has stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
They'll run. This is Bashal Tutin.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
When you look at this defense,
they're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. Well, how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks.
solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Mahomes.
This is caught by McMillan.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Seattle.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
3rd and 9 here.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And this one is right through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Hey, 76! 76!
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Hold on. Check. 180!
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Super! 180!
Now it's gone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day, and I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it, and he's giving me the evil eye, folks.
Hey, kill! Super 1! Hey, Shell!
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And I can see why they're ranked 4th in the NFL against the run. I mean, they are tough to move the ball against. I mean, they have a little bit of everything, right? Run stoppers inside, guys who can make plays outside.
Well, we've seen them shut down running games already this year. They're at it again.
Two.
Just beating the play clock is gone.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
15. Hero 15. Color.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
This one now in their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
43.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. First down, here's the run with Cook. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. Now 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And an Anchorage first down.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he stopped immediately there.
2nd and 10.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
They'll try the air now with Goff.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
20. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Here's Goff. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th.
It's now 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And that is no good. He pulled it just a wee bit wide left.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. 3rd down and 6.
Easy. All right. Yellow.
Now Mahomes. Now he's going to... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
On to punt is Camarda as he sends this one away.
Here's Moore on the return. A 45-yard punt for them on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 44-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
180. What's that?
Gone. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn on field and gain any yardage.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
This this offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Go tonight. White 20. What's that?
All right, rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Oh, that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Yeah, this is a high kick, but it's not going anywhere. Looking into the snowflakes, and he muffs it.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Goff now to throw. A short one there, caught by Warren. They trail by 3, and they just got 3 yards to start the 3rd quarter.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Now Goff looking to change the play. A 10th carry in the game for Cook.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
He's brought down by
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Hey, let's go. 180. Well.
Here's Gong. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe making a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now here's Mahomes. That is caught. McMillan with it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 49-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Now it's Mahomes again. On the move past the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That's good for a Seahawks.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That is incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
15. Yellow.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
And again, it's Mahomes. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Yellow. 50, yellow. Attack. attack.
In motion right, that's Metcalf. Mahomes throwing on fourth.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Seahawks go for but can't convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the third quarter.
Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Go tonight. 180. Hold on.
Goff going to move his guys around a bit.
Seventeen. Maverick Wolf. Shell.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a touchdown.
James Cook
With touchdown number 7 on the year.
and the Antlers have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
A 10-yard loss on the play. And it's third down.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked out of passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Warren Anchorage. First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Goff.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
14.
Goff now looking to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
20.
Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
Brings up second and
Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
180. Super one.
Goff. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Seahawks are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Here now, 2nd and 4.
He'll drop to throw.
Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Wide open, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 69 yards.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from going back on top here in the fourth.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Here's Elijah Moore now, bringing it out of his end zone. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line.
First and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, 20. Hey, 5. 12. 12. 12. 12. 17. 17. 17.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
That's good for an Anchorage 1st down.
Now Goff. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. 73 yards.
And the Antlers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet.
The offense will line up for a 2-point conversion.
Goff looking to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Grant Delpit. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Hey, Ripley.
Here's Mahomes to throw. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector. Shorten it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow with a blonde who's a 10.